So now we are on YouTube too. Hello, people from YouTube. My name is Gabriele, and today I guide this immersion here. Today we are going to talk about living in a haze. This is an expression that we can use to talk about hard moments in life or hard days in life, whatever you want, okay? Let me explain a little bit how TNT works. TNT is a language platform for beginners, intermediates, and advanced speakers. Immersion meetings are not regular classes, so I'm not a teacher, and I don't teach you or correct you during the conversation. This is a free conversation, so feel free to make mistakes and enjoy this moment and learn with each other through the conversation, okay? So guys, all the questions are on the chat. As we are 6 here, I don't split you in small groups. We can stay in the main room, and I think it could be nice to talk about the topic, okay? So let me see. Elida, can you start, present yourself, introduce yourself, sorry?
Yes, of course. Good evening, everyone. My name is Elida. I am 22 years old. I live in Ceará, in a small city. I am a host here on the house. My immersions are every Monday at 10 p.m. It's a little bit late, but if you want to join me, you will be welcome. I live with my mom and my dog. My dog is the love of my life. And I have been here joining the meetings on TNT since the beginning of the pandemic. And that's it. I think it's a pleasure meeting all of you. And that's it.
That's so nice. Thank you for sharing your experience on TNT and about your experience with language. So, Gabriel, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, so good evening, guys, again. I'm Gabriel Quirino. I'm 26 years old. I live in a small town, south of Santa Catarina, south of Brazil, no. I work as a fireman. I work in my day off as a hydraulic matching operator. I work in a bulldozer. And I usually work as well as a assistant referee soccer and sometimes as a referee soccer. I graduate in human resource. I'm married, and I'm here in TALKNTALK almost 3 months, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's it.
Thank you, Gabriel. And you, Jose, can you introduce yourself to us?
Oh my God. Hi, my name is José. I live in Espírito Santo. My first in talking in speaking English. I am beginner. I happy here.
Thank you, Jose, and welcome. This immersion is for all levels in English, so feel free to speak with us and to participate. Answer the questions as you feel comfortable to do it, okay? So, can you introduce yourself, Fernando, please?
Yeah, sure. I am Fernando from Brasilia. I am 33 years old. I work as an administrative assistant. I'm here on TNT since December, and I'm also a host here every Friday, 5 p.m. And I love music. I love movies, art in general. And I really like studying English and attending the meetings. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Fernando. And last but not least, Ayla, can you introduce yourself, please?
So good evening, everyone. I'm Ayla. I'm from Belém, Pará State. I was born and raised here. I live here with my family and our little dog. I'm a dog person, and I work as a public servant. I have a law graduate. That's why I work at a judicial area. So, and I like to study English, and that's why I'm here to improve more and more. It's a pleasure for me to be here again and to learn and to share my opinion and to listen to your opinions and your ideas. So it's so good for me. And that's it.
Thank you, Ale, and I'm so glad to see you guys here to participate in my immersion. I feel so happy when I see this room full of people. So let me see the next question. So let me choose again. Fernando, when was the last time you feel as living in a haze? Like the last time that you feel some bad or with difficult days in life?
Well, I would say in the beginning of the last year, because I had a lot of problems during the pandemic, so I was still getting out of these problems, and so I had like anxiety crisis, and I also was going through the end of a long relationship. So, and a lot of small things too at the same time, everything at the same time. So it was a haze, a big one, and took a lot of time to get out of it.
Yeah. And you, Elida, when was the last time you feel as living in a haze?
To be honest, nowadays, during the last month or 2 months, I am feeling like this because I forgot to say at the beginning that I work at the hospital and I am facing some troubles with my career because I used to study biology, oncology, but at the semester 8, I think, I gave up because I realized that it was not what I wanted. And now I decided to course another thing, but I had some problems. And nowadays I'm feeling like lost, in my career because I don't know what way to follow, and my job is not good. I am working because I need to pay my bills, but I am so insecure about my future, about my studies and about work. And this is make me think a lot about it, and I am a little sad and confused. I'm facing some troubles in my relationship too, so it's a mix. But that's it. I am trying to put my head in on the right place and live day after day and making right choices, but it's really hard. This so big decisions about future, about career, it's hard.
Yeah, I think personal things in life, like in a relationship or when we have to decide something about your career, these are good examples of moments that we feeling like living in a haze, because our difficult moments in life are we need to decide something and we need to pass through this and to lead with bad feelings. So I have these type of moments in my life, as Fernando said and you said. So it's a good examples that you bring to us. And you, Ayla?
So guys, I think that's happening the same with me, especially when happen bad situation. For example, when I'm in my work environment, there are some difficulty situation to solve. Sometimes it's hard, and sometimes I feel so overwhelmed because this, and I don't know, when I'm so busy, and because sometimes I had to work hard, and it seems don't enough, and it's so hard, and I think if I did if I made a right choice for me, so something like that. But I think it's common. I think most of people thinking about it when there is some difficulty situation, and sometimes you feel overappreciate because you working hard, but there is no the same value, and so sometimes I feel so sad about it, and it's difficult to manage this kind of feelings on my mind, and it's so, but it's a will. I can't hide, so I need to try to I don't know, to deal with and to take care of myself. But I confess, sometimes I want to quit, you know. Yeah. On my mind, I have some, I don't know, views, and I thought, no, uh, for me that's enough. I'll quit. It's a way to, I don't know, to break my minha raiva, my anger. Yeah. But after that, I think I feel better. I feel better. It's important to take a break for you sometimes when we are not feeling good in this moment. And it's important to be honest with yourself, So, yeah, guys, but it's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, I totally understand you when you say about the feelings that you feel when we are living in a haze. And I think when we are living the way we need to learn to lead in a better moments, because all the phases of our lives pass. So we have bad moments, but good days are coming too. So we need to learn how to lead with the bad moments in a way that respects yourself and something like that. And you, Jose, let me think about. Please, when was the last time you feel as living in a haze? When was the last time that you have bad moments in life or bad days, recently or not?
Mm, Now, at 3 years ago, I diagnostico de transtorn disorder. I thinking in words, slow, difficulty in speaking, but this moment I try a hard moment.
Yeah, and maybe when we have a difficult situation in life, you try to care yourself, or maybe bring good thoughts in your mind. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And you, Gabriel, when was the last time you feel as living in a haze?
Well, I was trying to remember a day, and I think there was a day. There was a day that I feel myself bad. At the beginning of this year, and the first week, I remember I lost a large amount of money. I did a bet on a soccer bet, and also, and it was so hard to lead with it, because get involved like a money, it's very hard. So, and I remember give me a anxious, and this day that I lose this amount of money, I I had a graduation of my brother graduation, the high school, and that moment I don't wanna I didn't wanna go more, but I need it, because this like a graduation, it's very important for him. So, and I got through a lot of days in my life until I tried to recover this money, and I I got to recover a part of this money, but it's okay. It's better than lose all money, you know.
Yeah, I understand you. Problems with money sometimes makes you feeling like living in a haze. And recently, maybe 2 months ago, I have a period that is not too good for my financial life, and I feel exactly like that, living in a haze. But now it's okay, and I have other problems in my life that it's the same examples that all of you bring to the discussion. But nowadays, I think it's not so common to me, because I think I try to learn something with bad moments, like try to have a good perspective about bad moments. Try to have another meaning of bad moments in my life. It's a way that I try to use to overcome these days, And I think it's related to the next questions, like the question number 3. So the question number 3 is about stay alone or with family, or support with your friends when we have difficult days. So Elida, can you read the question number 3 and answer for us, please?
Sorry, me? Oh, because my mom was talking to me, so I I lost the attention for a moment. Okay, so on difficult, question number 3, right? On difficult days, would you rather be alone or with your family and friends? Why? It's hard to answer, because at the first moment, I prefer to be alone. I am an introvert person, introvertida, and I need to stay alone for a moment, because I need to think about it, process my thoughts. I don't know, I have to leave the moment, and to face the problem. I don't know how to explain, but I want to have my space before share this problem with another person, and sometimes my family gives me some advice that I prefer not hear, like this. For example, for my mom, every problem is because miss of God, you are facing this problem because you don't pray enough or because you don't go to the church. And I was like, oh my God, I prefer not to hear that. So sometimes I do not share some things because I don't know how to explain, but I prefer be alone. And after leaving the moment, the emotion, I share with some friend or with someone.
Yeah, I totally understand you because I think when we have bad moments in life, first we need to process the situation and then share to someone like a friend or a relative, I don't know. But it's necessary to have a moment to think about the problems and to think about how can you lead with the situation, and then maybe ask for support to family and friends. I have these two types of situations when I having bad moments in life. First, I prefer to stay alone, and then to ask help to my family or my friends and people that considers me. And you, Gabriel?
Yeah, I think friends, it's totally out of context to me because I think I don't have a friend, a really friend, no. I have a colleagues, and I think maybe when I have a bad days, I would say maybe when I work as a with soccer, as a referee soccer or referee soccer, because I listen a lot of curse words around me, a lot of bad things, so I need to handle it. I need to handle it inside the field, inside the I don't know how can I say campo in English, and I used to say this kind of thing with for my wife because I'm married, so my family it's very hard. But to be alone, I think not. I'm because it's not a problem to me, So, but I just talking with my wife because it's my day. It's normal. It's a couple to how can I say to explain our day, And but it's a problem. In my case, I think a bad day to me it's to handle with this kind of people when when I'm working like because it's usually it's a people that are outside of the fire, because it's a public or how can I say a cheers, yeah, uh, because for another way if you would no if be I don't know if be the like a players or a coach or assistant coach, I can only to give them a red card, yellow card. It's okay, it's no problem. But it's a people outside of the field. It's a problem because I need to only listen. I cannot to do anything because if I talk something sometimes if people enter the field and fight me, it's a oh it's a chaos. It's a very problem.
Yeah, good perspective. And about what you say about your wife, I think this is important when we have in a relationship because we live together and sometimes you can hide your feelings to her. So it's necessary to share what are you feeling with her because this person is the person that are most in your side. The person is in your side and you can hide the way that you are feeling, And you, José, on difficult days, would you rather do you prefer to stay alone or stay with your family or with your friends? What do you prefer?
Alone. But I can stay in the room. Try not to focus on emotion.
Maybe doing something for yourself, like things that you really like to do. It's a way to overcome the problems for you.
Yes, this moment.
Yeah, I do the same. When I feel bad and I stay alone, I do things for me that makes me happy and something like that to try to change my mood, you know? And you, Fernando, on difficult days, do you prefer to stay alone or stay with your family or friends?
So I usually prefer to be with friends or family because when I'm having some problem and I stay by myself, I tend to think a lot about this problem, to overthink about that, and it doesn't make me feel good. So I try to distract myself. But lately, I've been learning that it's good to spend some time to think about these problems. Spend some time with myself before be with somebody else, or I will just flee from that situation. I will just be running from that situation and not facing it. So it's kind of contradictory, but depends on the situation too. It's a difficult question, actually.
Yeah, but I think it's a part of the process because when you stay alone with your problems, sometimes it's like you said, you start a process, just think about the problem and don't distract you to other things. And the distractions is important to maybe to refresh your mind, to think about the new ways to overcome the problems, you know. So I think stay with friends or maybe doing something that you really like or stay with your family. It's a way to don't to think about only the problem and only the bad situations, you know. This is both processes are important. Stay alone and then asking for help and try to don't to think too much about the problems.
Yeah, it's like when you have something to solve and you are trying that day and you are tired. So sometimes the best is that you go to do something else and go rest a little bit, sleep, and in the next day you try again and you feel different because you can see that problem from another perspective.
Exactly. And you, Ayla, what do you prefer?
So in my case, I think most of the time I prefer to be alone. To be alone because, as you said, I think for me, it's easier to process my thoughts, my feeling, and I think I don't know. I think when I do this, I'm able to refresh my mind better. So I think after this, if it's not enough, I think I will probably ask for help. But in the first moment, I prefer to be alone, and I think most of the time it works better for me, because I don't know. I don't know if because I'm a shy person, I confess I have some difficulty to open my heart and to talk about my problems, my feelings. But I know it's important, and sometimes you need help. And when I really need to I don't know, to ask for help, I look for my family, especially my family, or my really close friends, because it's complicated sometimes about the trust, and it's for me, it's I have some difficulty about it. And yeah, but my case, it's I prefer to be alone the first.
I understand you. In the past, I was a person who has some difficulty to open my heart and to think about feelings and the way that I'm feel, even with friends or family. Today, I consider a person more open to do it, but in the past, when I was teenager, it was difficult to me. So I totally understand you. And I remember that when I teenager, I prefer to stay alone and trying to live with my problems alone. And maybe because of the way of life, I'm changing. And today I prefer I have the both scenarios, but it's easier to me to talk about my feelings to other person. Even this person is close to me. It's easier when it's a friends or a person that I consider too much. Understand? So, and I think we discussed the question number 4, because when I planned to talk about this question, it's because there is a phrase on the song that the guy said, I should be dancing the pay away, that when we have bad moments in life, sometimes we face out the problems and or try to distract yourself to other things to overcome the problems. And I think all of you answered these questions with the last questions too. So I select the question number 5 to discuss. And the question number 5 is about hobbies or activities that makes you better in bad moments, you know. So Gabriel, can you read the question number 5 and answer for us, please?
For sure. Number 5. Which activities or hobbies help you to turn bad days and more able? Drink a beer. I don't know. I like so much to play soccer with my colleagues. It's a good way to forget my bad days, my problems. So I used to play online game called League of Legends. I like so much to play because each match during around 40 minutes, so it's very good. I play around maybe 3-4 matches and pass almost I don't know, maybe middle of the day, you know. So I think that's it. I like to eat as well. Maybe to ask a pizza and watch some movies, some series. So if this case, if I'm alone in my home, so like in my day off, but I think that's it. Maybe these activities in my mind, it came in my mind right now, mainly to play my game League of Legends.
Yeah, doing something that you really like a game that you really like, or ask for comfort food, are good strategies to overcome bad days. And you, Jose, what do you do when we are in a bad day? What do you like to do?
I listen music, listen people. In days and very bad, I check emotion. I have a planner. It,
And there's some band or artists that are your favorite and you really like to listen when we are in a bad moment? Or
yes, some Fender.
it's okay. And you, Elida?
In my head, sleeping solves all my problems. So when I am feeling bad, I go to sleep. And sometimes I wake up better, but when I cannot sleep, I usually, I don't know, I put some music. I remember last week I had a terrible day and I just lay down on the ground with my dog and I stayed there, I don't know, for 2 hours listening music and with him by my side. I like to walk with him sometimes too when I need leave my house to think more, and I don't know, watch some series. I love series, and I when I am watching, I turn off the work, and that's it. Sometimes I like to ride bike. So here in where I live is a country city, so it's so calm. We don't have so much traffic, so it's okay riding bikes, and that's it.
You mentioned about your pets, so this is a good way to pass through bad moments because it's like a emotional support, So it's important to have a pet and doing something with it, like take a walk or stay, like you mentioned, stay with them, with it. I think it's a good strategy to overcome bad days. And you, Ayla?
Yeah, totally agree with you about our pets. When I'm sad, it seems my little dog stays by me all the time, and it's so good. I like to do this, go for a walk, for walking my dog, and I feel so good. Makes me relax, and I like to listen to I like music, and when I can, I like to hang out with my friends and to catch up, and I think it distract me. And yeah, but I also like doing meditation. It works better for me. So yeah, for me that's it.
Yeah, meditation is a good strategy, and I do it sometimes. It's difficult to concentrate, even when I try to keep in focus on the guides that are guiding the meditation, but I try, and sometimes it works to me. I think it's good to to feel more calm and to feel more prepared to face these bad days, And you, Fernando?
Well, I enjoy listening to music. I think is the first thing that I do because there are some artists that have this power to change my mood. So it's a really good thing. I also like going for a walk or going to the cinema. I love going to the movies. I think is like Elda said, you forget about everything else. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I do the same. I do a lot of things that you mentioned, guys, like go to walk, meditation, listen to music, my favorite band, ask for a comfort food. I think all these type of things help us to overcome bad days and the moments in life in general. Guys, unfortunately, time is running and we don't have time to discuss more. I think maybe in another opportunity, I can bring this up and we can discuss other questions about it. And I put on the chat the survey about this immersion. So you can rate this immersion from 0 to 10 and put your comments, suggestions, topic suggestions for another immersion. And I would like to hear about José. José, it's your first time here, and I'd like to hear you. What do you enjoy this immersion? What do you feel? Do you feel comfortable to participate? Maybe if you have something to add, you can do it.
I am happy.
Okay, so I hope you stay in the next immersion. Maybe my next immersion, but here we have Fernando and Alida that both are hosts here, and you can participate in the immersions of them. It's a really, really good immersions. So I think that's it, guys. Thank you for your time and for staying with me and to discuss this topic today. And I hope you have a good week. And see you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. See you.
Bye bye.